sector right there. We're talking about catastrophic stuff so bad that you're going to lose power for days and maybe even multiple weeks before it's all said and done. Now, again, this is going to be subject to change. Where's this bad freezing rain going to be at? If I go back and show you the run from the 00Z last night, did it change some? Well, it did. It moved a little bit further north. The freezing rain line did. You look what it did here on the media intermediate update. It moved a little bit further north, as you can see. So it's going back and forth, back and forth. What it looked like, say, the 18Z run. See, it was further north. What did it do on last night's update in the middle of the night? You look at it again. What did it do? It moved further south. Then what did it do on the intermediate update here? It went back north a little bit. So now we're getting this windshield wiper effect going back and forth, but it's not moving very much, guys. That's the important note to hand. It's not moving a lot. Again, this is the Euro model. Okay, this is the European model. Let me go ahead all the way out to 144 hours out. Notice look what's happening here, though. As we go by the hour, that freezing rain keeps going, doesn't it? Let me go to the full run version here to see if there's much of a difference there. Let's watch it. Is that freezing rain? Look at the freezing rain going ahead south into Texas. For this, it almost goes almost goes all the way to South Texas, doesn't it? And you look everywhere in between. I mean, look over here. Look over in North Carolina, South Carolina. Again, Atlanta, Georgia area. Nashville. Can you get involved? Absolutely. You're at risk, Nashville area. Again, the snow line here is crazy. Snow totals here. Just absolutely crazy. Now, this is the European model. What's the GFS model show? Let's look at it. There's the snow line on the GFS model. Not nearly as much snow, is it? The GFS model is not putting out nearly quite as much snow as what the European model is. Is that a big deal? Well, it kind of is. What does that mean? Well, let's look at the sleet line now. Is it putting down a lot of sleet? Well, it is. Look at that. Look at the sleet it's putting down. Crazy sleet totals. Go to the East Coast. Lots of sleet over here in North Carolina, South Carolina. Now, where is that bad freezing rain line at? There's your freezing rain line. Look at the freezing rain all the way to the Gulf there in Louisiana. Let's go to the South Central region now. Where's it at here? What's the freezing rain like? Look at that. Over an inch of freezing rain there in Texas. Over an inch. Catastrophic stuff, guys. And then you mix in the wind with that was showing up last night, and I suspect it's going to be the same, of over 30-mile-an-hour wind gust in this sector as well, with this kind of freezing rain in line. Y'all, this is bad stuff. I mean, this is bad stuff coming into play here. Again, where exactly is that freezing rain line going to be at? It's going to be south of the snow line. That's all I can tell you. It's going to be south of that snow line. Where's that snow line going to be? Well, again, it's going back and forth a little bit. Here's the Canadian model. Again, what is it showing? What's showing? Freezing rain. So is there any doubt in your minds at this point that there's going to be a bad freezing rain event going to take place? There's little doubt about that, y'all. There's just little doubt. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. How much you're going to get in your area, I don't know yet. I can't. It's again, winter events are very hard to figure out from models. Here's the snow on the Canadian model. You see that snow there? Getting into foot range. Go back here. You're seeing what the snow line looks like here. And here's a sleet line from the Canadian model. Wow, gosh, look at that sleet. 6 inches of sleet. I'll ask you all this. 6 inches of sleet. Right there coming out of Texas into Louisiana there in the Mississippi. 6.2 inches of sleet is the highest amount there. What if, playing devil's advocate, that's not all sleet? What if it's freezing rain instead of sleet. There is just a small layer in the atmosphere that will decide what's going to be snow, sleet, and freezing rain. What's that layer? It's that middle layer. Okay, it's the middle layer. All precipitation starts out as a snowflake in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Okay, then as it comes down, what that middle layer is going to be decided upon what kind of frozen precipitation you're going to get. Meaning this, very simple. If it's below 32 degrees in the middle layers of the atmosphere, what does that mean? Well, you're going to get maybe freezing rain or sleet or snow. If it's below 32 degrees, you're going to get either freezing rain or so. Why might it be? No, not freezing rain. Let me get it right. It's going to be snow or sleet. And why I say that is because if that snowflake, if there be a small sector in the middle layers that's above 32 degrees, what will happen? Well, that snowflake then will melt and become a droplet. And then it goes through a layer of below 32 degrees again and becomes what? An ice pellet then, right? And that drops all the way to the ground as sleet. Well, what happens is in the middle layers of the atmosphere, if it's warm enough and it's above 32 degrees, what happens? Well, it's falling down then as what was a snowflake comes down then as rain, and then you have at the surface below 32 degrees, which is freezing, and then what do we have? Then we have freezing rain. So it's really difficult for the models to decide, is this really going to be sleet like that? Might it be freezing rain, or could it be what? Snow. It's such a difference in, my gosh, 1 or 2 degrees in the middle layers of the atmosphere as to what is going to happen right here. I don't think one thing it seems certain on these models right now that at the surface we're going to be below 32 degrees. I don't think there's any doubt about that. We're going to be below 32 degrees at the surface. It's what's going to happen in the middle layers of the atmosphere, whether it's going to be sleet, snow, or freezing rain. There's where it's all going to be decided at. It's going to be in the middle layers of the atmosphere. And boy, oh boy, the models have a tough time on deciding that. And that's what we have at hand. So where exactly that freezing rain line is going to be, the snow line, and the sleet line. Notice, if you look at the sleet line and you look at the freezing rain line, is there much difference? Look at that. There's not a lot of, there's difference there. You can see where that big sleet line is, but you also see what? You also see freezing rain there too, don't you? Right where that sleet line is. So, wow. Do we have a problem? Yeah, we do, y'all. It's coming into play Friday, Saturday, Sunday, guys. And it is going, if you're not prepared for this, you're going to be underprepared. Do whatever you must to start preparing for catastrophic power losses if you live in these regions. Again, this graphic is telling you just about. I had this graphic. I made this graphic, and I think it's pretty well showing where the worst likely power outages might be. Now, it could be made a little bit further south down here, possibly in a little bit further south. But man, y'all, if you live in this red zone right here, and even in that orange, golly gee, it's prepare for power losses, guys. That's all I can tell you. Prepare. Um, I know some of you that's watching right now. We got several people that's watching this broadcast right now, and you say, why can't I comment? Well, you got, in order to comment, you got to be a subscriber. And sorry, that's what I do. I eliminate all the stuff that can happen on a live broadcast. It's subscribers only that comment. And if you're not a subscriber, I apologize that you can't comment. But I have to. I don't want the riffraff to happen on the live broadcast. And this was decided upon on the subscribers said this is what we want, Tim, and this is what you get. I limit some things to subscribers only, and this is one of this is the privilege they get right here as a subscriber is being able to comment on the lives. So sorry if you can't comment. I apologize for that, but I don't apologize because this is what we do. Daniel says, "Dang, I live in Central Louisiana, so I need to." Yeah, Daniel, bro, I'm telling you, bud, in that area, This is going to be bad, man. I can't stress the significance of this possibility that we're coming into here. Again, that line is going to change. Is it going to move north? Is it going to move south all the way to the coast with catastrophic freezing rain? Uh, Down in here, you're probably going to get a lot of rain from this. And if you just look at the moisture alone, this right here is kind of a telling thing here. Let me go back to that European model for a second here. And I just want to put up here one thing. I want to show you the precipitation totals here. All right, look at this. What's that say? What does it say right down here? 4.13 inches of precipitation moisture. 4.13. Now, that European model is putting down half of that almost as freezing rain and sleet in this area. Up here is where that snow line is. What does 2 inches of snow give you? What can that be? Guys, that's easy. Two inches of rain translated into snow could easily put down 2 feet of snow in places. I wouldn't be surprised that someone is going to get dumped 24 inches of snow in places. I would not be surprised at that. And that would be an absolutely unbelievable event to go through. Can we see blizzard conditions in this sector as well? I think it's possible, especially with those winds. Here's the wind. Just to give you an idea what the winds look like. Here's a wind gust. Here's a wind gust swath I'm going to put up here. Now, let me go put the full rain version up here so we can get this up. Now, let's go back to that south central region. How much wind gust do we have here? Look at this. Look back here in Texas. This is what I'm worried about, guys. What does that say? 39 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts. When does that come into play? I'm going to back this up a little bit here. All right, look at the timeline up here. What does it say? Friday? Look at that wind gust by 1 p.m. on Saturday. Over 40 mile per hour wind gust there, right? You see that in Texas? You guys in Texas, are you seeing this? That's over 40 mile per hour wind gust in this area. Over 40. Where's that freezing rain line at again? Right there. Where was that 40 mile per hour wind gust at? It was right here, y'all. Right where you're getting well over half an inch of freezing rain in this area. Again, y'all, it could be more than a half an inch. You get 40 mile per hour wind gusts with a half an inch of freezing rain, power lines are coming down in bunches. In bunches. So that's the truth. That's what the models are giving us right now. Whether it's going to change, I don't know. It probably will change some. But it's not, y'all. These models are locked in. They're locked into a freezing rain event. Exactly where that event's going to happen at the worst, I can't tell you that yet. Right now, it's in this sector. It's right there in that sector, and you can see. If you're in that pink shade anywhere, be wary. Over here in east, if you're locked in here anywhere in this pink, you better be wary, because catastrophic freezing rain over here as well. 1.28 inches of freezing rain right there in North Carolina. 1.28. What is that going to do to power lines? It's catastrophic stuff. Catastrophic. 1.56 there in Mississippi. Catastrophic. 1.34 going across Alabama. Georgia. I see 0.82. Almost in the Atlanta metro area. What would that do to Atlanta? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what would that do to Atlanta? There's going to be pileups on these interstates like unbelievable. Do not be on these roads when this comes in. Again, this is going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Do not be on these roads. All right, guys, that's it it's it for the live broadcast today. Unless I come in before I go to my daughter invited us over to her house to watch a football game tonight, so that's where we're going to be at. And y'all, again, if you got days to prepare for this, you got about 3 days. In 3 days, you have 3 days to prepare for this. Prepare to be in a safe place, first of all. Prepare to be in a warm place. Okay? If you look at the temperature forecast after all this takes place, what does it look like? Here's the wind chill. Look at this, guys. Look at this wind chill. This is Sunday. Except after this freezing rain and snow came down, look at these wind chill events. Look at this wind chill. I'm going to zoom in a little tighter so you can see this stuff. Look at this. If you do not have heat source in your home, how bad is this going to be? You see what I'm saying? Man, if you don't have a heat source and some way of keeping that heat source going in your home, your pipes are going to freeze. You better drain I would advise this of turning your water off and draining your water pipes. Have enough water to drink to stay hydrated. But man, think about your home, and if you lose power and you have no electricity or any source of heat, do not let your pipes freeze and bust here. Drain your water pipes, leave your line, turn your line off, and drain your water pipes. Drain those pipes, guys. Otherwise, this is you're gonna lose more than just power. You're gonna lose your home and damage inside your house. And y'all in Texas, you guys know what I'm talking about, don't you? You guys in Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all went through that before. Here's the South Central region for Sunday. Again, this is Sunday at 1 p.m. Let's go to 7 a.m. on Monday morning. Look at that. Look at your 7 a.m. temperatures on Monday. Look across Arkansas, minus 12 degrees. Go to the east. Look at this. Look at the sub-zero temperatures. Unbelievable. Unbelievable sub-zero temperatures there after this freezing rain and snow and sleet event comes into place. I can't stress enough of having a power source of some type to heat your home with. And to keep you warm. This is going to be dangerous. Very dangerous stuff, guys. Very dangerous. All right, that's it. I'm going to get out of here. Y'all have a beautiful day. Go Hoosiers. That's all I can say. Go Hoosiers. I think they win this game. I really do. Some people work says, you're pretty confident, aren't you? I said, I am. I am very confident that they're going to win this game. And that would be very historic for the state of Indiana, for Hoosier country to win this game. To be the worst team in the entire country for years and years and years like this, and to make a turnaround in 2 years, that's remarkable. That's absolutely remarkable. All right, go IU.